report the chaos. We reveal the agenda.
Good evening and welcome to ATM. An alliance built to withstand the full might of the Soviet Union is now being turned on itself. In a move of breathtaking audacity, the United States has called for an emergency NATO summit. But this is not a meeting to face an external threat. This is an inquisition. And Washington has just threatened to pull the pin on a diplomatic grenade, Article 4. Article 4 of the NATO Treaty is designed for a member state to call for consultations when its security is threatened by an outside force. But in an unprecedented twist, Washington is threatening to invoke it against its own allies, France and the United Kingdom, framing their independent decision to recognize Palestine as a threat to the alliance's security. Tonight, we deep dive into this act of political brinkmanship. Is this a desperate attempt by America to restore order, or the final, fatal act that will shatter the most powerful military alliance in history? To understand Washington's fury, you must understand the American mindset. The recognition of Palestine was the final straw. For years, the US has seen Europe diverging on key issues, from trade with China to defense spending. This public act of defiance during the UN General Assembly was seen as a humiliating betrayal. A scathing editorial in the Wall Street Journal this morning called it a slap in the face to American leadership. The emergency summit is not a negotiation, it's a trial. Washington's demands, leaked by sources to CNN, are clear: a full, public reversal of the Palestine recognition and a binding commitment to a unified, hardline stance against China. It is an ultimatum designed to force a choice. Are you with us or against us? It is America feeling its global authority wane, attempting to pull its allies back in line by force. But Europe is not backing down. The reaction to the American ultimatum has been a mix of shock and defiance. The French president's office released a stunning statement, a quote that is now echoing across the globe. Our foreign policy is made in Paris, not dictated from Washington. We are allies, not vassals. This is a direct challenge to American leadership. The UK, caught between its special relationship and its post-Brexit ambitions, has remained publicly silent, a silence that speaks volumes. But the real drama, as we discussed, is in Berlin. A terrified Germany is being forced to choose between its economic interests in a multipolar world and its security dependence on a furious United States. This isn't just a crisis, it's an identity crisis for the entire European continent. And while the Western family tears itself apart, its rivals are watching with glee. There have been no aggressive statements from Moscow or Beijing. There's no need. The West is doing their work for them. The Russian Foreign Ministry released a mockingly understated tweet stating they are observing the robust internal dialogue among our Western partners with great interest. An editorial in China's Global Times praised Europe's quest for strategic autonomy, framing it as an inevitable and welcome development. This is their ultimate dream scenario. The decoupling of Europe from the United States, the primary strategic goal of Russian and Chinese foreign policy for decades, is now happening not because of their actions, but because of America's own. The upcoming emergency summit is no longer a meeting to save NATO. It is a meeting to decide the terms of its divorce. What we are witnessing is the spectacular, chaotic end of the post-World War II security architecture. The unbreakable transatlantic alliance has been broken, not by an outside enemy, but by its own internal contradictions and by the hubris of its leader. The old order is dead. A new, more dangerous and unpredictable one is being born from its ashes. The summit is in 2 days. The world holds its breath. Thank you for joining me on ATM.